or whatever it is that you want to create. Where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about...
And so, like, what does it take to be able to follow your dreams, to chase your dreams? Well, okay, so somebody can be, I think it was from this book. So somebody is doing what they do, and they've got their job, and they're living their lives, and they have these dreams, but they put them on hold, and then all of a sudden they get a terminal diagnosis. And all of a sudden they quit everything and they follow their dreams and they go be the travel blogger and they go whatever, and they just say, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want for the rest of whatever time I have. And then, ideally the story ends with, because they chase their dreams and their blood is pumping pure again, then their cancer goes into remission or whatever it is, right? Yeah. Because that resistance is gone now. But I mean, if you can do it in an extreme situation, why can't we do it in regular everyday life?
I know.
I'm shrugging right now. Since you can't see me, I'll do it verbally, a shrug.
Rachel Hollis, I don't know if I've talked about her before many times, but she's a speaker, I guess you could call her, an author, a motivational speaker. She has these conferences every year called the Rise Conference.
Where are they?
In the States.
Okay.
Down south.
Gotcha.
She does have one in Canada this year. I don't remember if it's yet to happen or if it has happened. I can't remember, but it's in Toronto. Anyway, so her whole thing is, like, she had a rough upbringing, I guess. Her brother committed suicide and she was the one to find him, and her parents argued a lot, and it was difficult growing up, and she graduated early because she couldn't handle living in that house anymore, and she moved out on her own and kind of just did whatever she could to earn money and work her way to where she wanted to be. And the first book that she wrote that was nonfiction was Girl, Wash Your Face.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen, and then, I haven't read it, but yeah.
Yeah, so she just
Do you have a copy of it?
I don't have that one. I have her second one.
Okay.
But we do have it at the library.
Right. It's terrible. I forget about the library.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, so it's all about, like, strip it down, get rid of all the bullshit and the excuses, and just do what you want to do.
Right.
And then Girl, Stop Apologizing is her follow-up to that book, because, yeah, she's telling you to just cut the bullshit and do it, but this book tells you how to do it.
Right, okay.
I haven't read this one yet. I haven't gotten there.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be in an RV right now. Yeah. We're going to have like a book study. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We could have like a couple episodes where we both like focus on having read a book, and then we talk about it.
Yeah,
like a little. That we could have a second podcast that is a book club between the two of us. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
So she met her husband, and he worked in Hollywood. I'm not exactly sure what he did, but he worked for a major production company like Miramax or something. And so she was able to work from home. She started a event planning business on her own, and she made it successful. But when I look at that, I'm like, okay, so your husband made enough money for you to not need to work.
Right.
All of the money that she earned from the event planning business, she put back into the business.
Yeah.
She didn't take money. She didn't make money from it.
Right. That was my first thought too when you said that.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't need to stress about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, you didn't have to have the stress of like, where does the next meal come from kind of thing. Like maybe you did when you were single. But when you're single, everybody does. Like unless you were born into a rich family.
Yeah. Everybody
has to figure out where their next meal's coming from at some point.
Yeah.
But when you have a husband who makes good money,
or wife,
or a partner who makes good money, and you're able to kind of follow your dream, and you don't rely on that income, of course you can do that. Of course you can build a business because you have all day to work
if you have the motivation. I mean,
Yes,
there's that element too.
there
Like,
is.
you know, it'd be easy if you don't have to worry about anything, it'd be easy to not do anything too.
Yeah.
But
And then
still,
I look
yeah.
at myself and I'm like, but do I really have an excuse? Because then there's so many like MLM people. I don't know the abbreviation for it, but like pyramid scheme businesses.
Oh yeah.
They're like, well, you have to hustle and you work outside of your job and you get up at 7
That's crazy.
or 5 in the morning.
Some people can do that. I couldn't sustain it.
No.
By the time I put Autumn to bed when I do have her, I'm done. Like I'm in bed at like 8:30. Even when I don't have her, I'm in bed at like 8:30 because I like to get up so friggin' early.
But I'm like, and she keeps talking about there's no excuses and there's no excuse for not following your dream and not pushing and hustling and everything. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but there is. Mm-hmm. Because for myself, personally, I'm so friggin' busy. We are so friggin' busy. Mm-hmm. And tonight, I don't have to do anything. Avery has hockey. Tomorrow night, the girls don't have cheer. We canceled it because we can't do it because one of our coaches is away and it's just easier not to have it tonight or tomorrow night. And I'm like, thank God we have 2 nights off because the kitchen is covered in dishes. Right. The laundry's piling up. The floors haven't been cleaned in I don't know how long.
Right.
There's shit all over the living room. And the dining room that we have started to turn into a workout space still isn't a workout space. And there's stuff laying all in there. It's turned into a junk room. And I'm just like, I need time to do that stuff. Mm-hmm. So when would I ever have time to hustle
for a
business?
Does Rachel Hollis have kids?
She has 4 kids now.
Oh. Did she have kids when she started the business?
She had 2 boys. Well, I don't know the exact timeline. I mean, I think...
Did they have like a nanny?
Well, now they do.
Right.
I don't know at what point. I think they had family around. And that's the other thing. Mm-hmm. If you have family that's willing to help you with stuff like that, that makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
But when I had my business, I didn't have family to watch my kids for free all day, every day. Yeah. I watched my kids. So having a business with 2 toddlers screaming and chasing each other and pulling each other's hair and fighting and getting into things and spilling coffee everywhere, like it was hard. And then that's when I ran. I'd run every day. Alex would come home at 4:30 or 5. I'd run for half an hour, 45 minutes. That was my time. That was
the intention to not come back?
No, and my business consultant was like, well, why do you run? I'm like, that is the one thing in my life I can control. That is me and only me. Right. And I need that to survive because I wouldn't be able to function if I didn't have
Do you have something like that now?
I don't have time.
No. I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it.
But I'm just like, not everybody can do that. And she's like, there's no excuses. You have no excuse. You can do this and whatever. And I'm like, but you can't.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be making however much money if she went on stage and said,
I know.
You know what, I get it.
I know. I'm just like, yeah, must be nice.
Yeah. But
so part of me is a little bitter.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then I'm like, but am I jealous? And I keep second guessing all of my thoughts. And anyway.
Well, yeah, and that's the whole like self-help realm too. Is like, well, what does the jealousy mean? And if I'm jealous, I'm just holding myself back because it's just poison inside.
And then you're like, well, I'm not hustling. I'm not good enough. I'm not pushing myself. I'm not busy enough. Like maybe I'm not as busy as I think I am.
All this encouragement is just making you feel like shit about yourself.
Yes, exactly. So then this question, if I could be anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't.
If I could, why am I even asking myself this? Because I fucking can't.
This has gotten really depressing.
Well, we're laughing, which we weren't doing before we put the mics on. So and I was crying. So, oh my,
it was terrible.
So okay, so what? I was thinking while we were talking. I was like, okay, so Holly, you kind of put yourself in a position where you chose to do something other than the safe thing. And there are times, so like there's the whole like yogi counselor that I want to be. And then I also want to have like a thriving, really solid business here in Amherst that allows me to buy real estate, to develop real estate, to create a different kind of appeal within my properties that will help build Amherst up. I mean, that would take a shit ton of money to do it the way that I have it envisioned in my head. But, you know, if I keep getting more clients in Estonia and Australia, then maybe I'll have all of that money. Yeah. Oh my God, we're at 40 minutes.
We are.
Holy smokes. Yeah, anyways, it's funny. You know how people, I feel like there's this stigma around having money. You know what I mean? Like if you have money, then, you know, I don't know, like the haves and the have-nots kind of thing where, okay, so where I'm coming from is I want to get rich. I have like no bones about it. I want to be a wealthy person, not because I want to lord my money over people, but because I want to use it to build more wealth within the community. Right. You know, I want to travel the world. I want to be able to I want freedom, and I don't want to hoard it. I don't want to like, you know, be a Scrooge about it. I want freedom and I want to share it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's ultimately that's if I could do anything in the world, I would be rich and have real estate and develop it here in town.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought in the middle of that one too. I tried to like pull it together in the end, but I still have no idea where I was going.
No, I know. I mean, Alex loves money and more like he loves numbers. He loves figuring out, and really he should have been an accountant. He should have had a job with money somehow, but he didn't. He chose photography and now he works for the government. Poor him. But,
what does he do?
He works in the lab. He's a photo tech at the Geomatics Center.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Does he like it?
Yeah. It's a good job. He's comfortable and he's been there forever. Okay. And it's government job, so it's decent. Not what government jobs used to be back in the day.
But lots of coverage and everything.
Yeah.
Good for a family.
It's comfortable. Yeah. Not enough for me to stay at home and work on my business or anything, but you know.
Because you have your kids in so many sports, man.
Oh God.
I can't even.
But yes, I would like to, I've always had this dream to create some amazing business so that I do have that financial freedom.
That's the word.
And just to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I've never wanted to be rich and famous. I've never wanted to be someone that people want to aspire to be.
Right.
I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want a mansion. I don't want anything crazy. I just want to be comfortable.
Same here. I don't want to be showy about it. I want to be comfortable. I just want to be free. I want to be able to be like, you know what? I think I might buy a little place down in Belize and spend a month down there. Yeah. And you know what? Maybe the next month I'm going to see if Kristy and her family want to use it, because I know I'm not going to be there for March. So you know what I mean? Like I just want to be able to.
I would be okay with freedom. Being like, hey, it'd be nice to go stay in a cabin this weekend.
Yeah, well, there's that too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to go out to dinner tonight. I really don't feel like cooking. Can we eat out? Even just McDonald's.
Yeah, right. Let's just go through the drive-thru.
That's my kind of freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking a little bigger than that.
Oh, God. Yeah. No, I know. I'm just joking.
I know. I'm teasing.
But, yeah.
Okay, so we have like a minute. Do you think one day you'll achieve that dream? Is one of your questions you have on the thing here.
I believe, going back to my original thought,
writing a book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe one day I will write a book. Whether it will be anything or not, I have no idea. I would like to believe that it could be something. But, yeah, writing, ever since I started writing when I was 10. And I had journals and journals